I think it's crazy when people upload like 4K videos to YouTube. It's like, geez, dude. Why am I gonna watch a 4K video on a phone that can't even render out past 1080p? I don't understand the point. Is it for people who watch YouTube on TV? Because I know there's a lot of 4K TVs. I wouldn't own a 4K monitor. I just feel like that's unnecessary. You can just get a 1080p monitor that's 60 frames a second, or what is it? They do like 120 hertz videos now or something. Let's go back to Mario's place. Oh, wait, no, that's the pipe is how you get back to Mario's place. See if there's any cool stuff back here. I don't know. From there, focus on the games that I really want to make. Also, there's a cool little secret over here. I don't know if you'd be able to see it. You can see the W emblem over there. It's kind of well hidden in the flowers over there. You can actually go over to this house. You know where that star piece that we won't be able to get till we get sushi. You can go in this fireplace. It's actually a secret back door. Also, there's a bug where if you spin and then hit the hammer and then select the object at the same time, you get an error. I think it's a null pointer error because you're trying to inspect something that doesn't exist anymore. That's what I'm going to guess is the specific error. But I'm just going to just pick it up like that. Yeah, normally you can hammer and just select that and then get the bug. I don't want to crash my game. You can put it on. I'll get a happy heart, I guess. Can use Goombario as a meat shield. I think that's the only new thing in that area, or in this area. Let's get this star piece here. Also, there's a star sprite because, you know, Merlin's going to give you the ability to level up your partners. These shine sprites, like in TTYD. Also, if you're wondering what this pipe is, a lot of Paper Mario mods respawn a pipe here that goes right before you go into Peach's castle in the sky. It's good for whenever you want to backtrack and beat some other stuff before beating the game. I think it was implemented in... I don't know too much about Paper Mario mods. I think it was Pro Mode, which is one of the first big Paper Mario mods out there. I'll go see the Merlin people later. And we'll get some of the star pieces over here. Yeah, I think there's only one I can get here. Oh well, I remember what I was talking about earlier, but I can't remember me. I have like a really bad short attention span. And being constantly distracted with the game at times doesn't really help with that either. It was about making videos. Well, it's gone to the ether. I'll never remember. It was before I was talking about the blue pipes that would appear in the courtyard. Anyways, I'm super excited for making videos if I do them. Now, sometimes I get really interested in things and then I just kind of... the enthusiasm kind of peters out after a bit. I don't know why. It's unfortunate how I've kind of been all my life. Like, I realize it, but sometimes I just can't do anything about it. It's just... the energy comes, it goes. It comes, it goes. So far with game development, working on a Ballapalooza, I've been really enthused making stuff that I kind of just work on it all day and I don't realize I wasted the entire... I don't know if I'd say wasted, but like I spent the entire day just working on the game. And a lot of it is implementing stuff, finding bugs, fixing the bugs, finding more bugs that I got from trying to fix the bugs, and just keep doing that until the day is over. And then I wake up and do something new the next day. Oh, I know something to talk about. The whole Unity thing. Yeah, the whole Unity debacle that was happening with such a stupid decision to do the install right. And they're still doing it, by the way. A lot of people are saying it's not as big a deal now. I mean, the thing is still there. Unfortunately, I'm still going to be using Unity because it's the engine I have the most experience with. Maybe down the line I might use another engine. I'd probably choose Unreal because I don't think Godot has the greatest 3D capabilities for what I'm looking for. But I'm probably going to dabble in Unreal for a bit. I'm not going to do any videos on it. That's just for me. But still going to be using the Unity engine for the time being. Maybe later on, I might switch to Unreal though. Not because I'm looking to like make a high fidelity game, but it's like one of the few game engines that know that's decent for 3D games. This one isn't that great. Power Plus is like the only one I'm actually interested in. The rest of them, not so much. Well, it's not too bad to get not first striked, but yeah, there's nothing interesting here. Also, you can still see Merlee down there. Is that Merlee? I forget. No, I think Merlee is the one in the desert. Who is she? Merlovely. Okay, my bad. But yeah, I'm still going to be using Unity for my games and other software that I make with it, just because I have the most experience with it. But anyways, back to it. So they changed it. So at first it used to be at 200,000 installs, and once you make a certain amount of money, I forget the certain amount of money that you needed. Was it $200,000 for the personal, which a lot of people will use? One thing I was thinking to myself is like, one way to mitigate this issue was obviously just make it a flat fee so that's easier for people to understand, or just more transparency. I think one of the issues was just the lack of transparency between all the stuff that they were revealing, and just, you know, the lack of trust that Unity is doing to all its developers. Because if they're willing to do something like that immediately just to make a short buck, it says a lot. I mean, you know, most companies nowadays are like this. It's one thing I don't like a lot about modern society is the systems that we have. I don't know if I should be talking about this. It'd be like me going into a long tangent about society, culture, all that stuff. I don't know if I really want to get into it. Let me just say I'm not happy about it. It's just a pattern that I see going on again and again. Really wish we could stop it, but the only way we can stop it is if we really wanted big changes, but I don't know how much the everyday person is willing to make big changes in their everyday society. I'll just stop it there. If you guys are really interested, let me know in the comments down below if you want me to go on to this tangent. Yeah. Nice. Anyways, Unity, they definitely suffered a lot of trust. I don't know how much of the companies or developers that said they were not going to do Unity are going to come back to Unity and say this was enough to say, okay, well, this isn't too bad. Because what they did offer was a flat 2.5% rate once they get to that point of when Unity is going to charge them. Or they're going to be doing the install rate, but the install rate is more clearly defined. Still not super keen on that. I would rather just have a flat install rate. Though people do say the flat install rate would make it so that you do get less money taken away from you. But there is still the chance, Unity said in their thing, that these installs would be more mitigated on a per developer situation, where if the numbers aren't adding up to the amount of installs and purchases, you can talk to Unity, let them know, hey, don't charge me because this is the actual data that I have. Somebody's trying to mess me up. Somebody's trying to bankrupt me here. He knocked the color out of me. Now I got the color back. What is this, color splash? But yeah, there's that issue that still persists, but it's only to the people once you make, I think, $1 million in sales or something like that. They just kind of push it up to the bigger developers still, not to the everyday folk. I mean, 200,000 wasn't going to happen to everybody anyways, but, you know, there was still that issue there that one day it will affect you. And when it does, it's going to suck. But to make it, people making free games, I'm not talking about free-to-play games because there are purchases there, but to people who make free games, this would never affect them because from what I've understood, they would also need to make income from the game too. So if the game provides no monetary income for the developer, then there's no worry about getting bankrupt over a free game. It's only if there are a free-to-play game which is filled with microtransactions, which I'm not the hugest fan of free-to-play games, so I kind of wouldn't have minded it all too much if it got rid of free-to-play games. Because to sell a game, it's a bit cruel because the only free-to-play game I like is the Bloons Tower Defense Monkey City, but I'm kind of like lukewarm on that game. It's an okay game, but I play it every now and then, but you can get away with having to make purchases in the game. The only purchase you would ever make was for the banana farmer that, like, you don't know, there's this tower that generates money in the game, but you have to mouse over it to get the money. And so they made this tower that essentially lets it collect money for you automatically. And it was only like $1. I've done it before when I got like gift cards, so I just use it on that. Does that work on the other Goombas, that badge? I hope not. Otherwise, we gotta kill that Goomba now. Or I guess I could kill the Koopa as well. I'll kill the Goomba. Because he's not getting up. Don't need to tackle again. Yeah, but the whole thing with Unity, man, they could have handled that way better. But once again, I think they're going to do stuff like this again in the future because they're a company, and more specifically a public company, which public companies are, I don't like them mainly because they have to have shareholders. I don't know if private companies do, but I feel like with at least the scale that Unity is at, and public companies having to have shareholders, and shareholders' only interest is continual increasing profit, which is unrealistic. Which is why these CEOs for these companies, what they do is they make a lot of money in the short term so that each quarter they're making more money, which makes the shareholders happy. But they do it with ways that just ruins quality of the company and the product. And in the long term, it fucks over the company. I don't like. I feel like I'm slowly going into that tangent I was talking about earlier. I really don't want to go into, but like, you know, I see it happen a lot every day. Like why things go bad. Like, hey, this company used to be really cool. What happened to it? This is a weird color. Oh, that's why it was a weird color. Yeah, because it was like tinted like green or something. You see all these companies and businesses that used to be really good, but now they've gotten so big where the quality's been reduced. Oh, wow. Doing a lot. I guess you do that with Goombella, don't you, too? But yeah, just as time goes on, quality just begins to reduce. They don't really focus on keeping the thing what it is, because if they can find a way to make things cheaper, so that in turn they do make profit because they're not spending as much money on the quality stuff they did before. Fuzzy. Oh, I think this is like a Lost Woods kind of thing. So this tree is not hittable. I'm gonna put a hold on my little tangent real quick, just so I don't get lost on this. Where are we going now, little guy? It's really juking me out here. Alright. Oh, Shine Sprite. Alright. Where does he go? Does he just disappear? Can I interact with him? No. Oh. Runs off. Okay, back to my tangent. Yeah, just the quality and all these companies. Mostly because of, I think, what companies and businesses are nowadays is just constantly churning out profits and only focusing on profits as their only goals. Which, yes, I know. Hopefully I can guard this. Oh, the lucky dude. That was nice. I know the main purpose of a company or business is to make money, but I think there should be more to that to better the community. Because if you better your community, everyone prospers. And if everyone prospers, you can make more progress and change in society. And everyone would be better off. But I don't think this ideas or philosophies really flow with the people who are in charge. They've kind of just focused on a self-minded approach and only care to have this power and wealth only for themselves. I'm getting into that tangent now. So those who wanted it in a previous episode, it's like, yeah, I want to go into this tangent. It sounds interesting. This is what I was talking about. Just more of a class kind of issue that I notice a lot is the huge disparity in the classes nowadays. That is just like, it's frustrating I don't really hate the rich. I just hate that they don't want other people to be rich or at least better off. Because they actively create these rules and systems that just constantly keep people down. And if they ever do come up slightly, they come and just smack you away like with a fly swatter. It's like, hey, no, this is for us. You stay where you are. We're supposed to be, kind of thing. It's just a little frustrating. It's like one of the crazy things that I see a lot that ruins business too, not just going for cheaper alternatives, is big businesses. Wow, this is such a strange, I'm just noticing how it was strange change. I don't know how I got into this. I was talking about this game for a bit, talking about me making Unity games. Oh, Unity, that's how I got there. Into this. Oh, these things are colored too. I wonder what that's about. But yeah, another thing that a big business can do to ruin other businesses, I see this going here, is the buying out a company. Because they see them as a threat and say, hey, we can make money off of you. Because that's what a lot of these really, really big companies have. Is, hey, you're doing good. Why don't we buy you? And then now, that's interesting that the defend thing was, they didn't have a defend icon for each characters. Oh well. I guess TTYD didn't either. They just had a generic defend icon. They can essentially force the company to be bought out in various ways, whether it's, you know, proposing them this huge deal with a lot of money that they wouldn't normally make otherwise, or this is a bit more conspiratorial, but I have seen it sometimes, where a company does essentially copy the business, makes it so that they do better than them, because they have the money and resources to make a bigger, better company. Well, better in quotes. They just, you know, in terms of size, they definitely have more going on. And, you know, now that the company has competition, they won't be making as much money, because what the other business would be doing is they charge the same product at a cheaper cost, so that it forces flour. I'll just use one of these flowers on these guys. I don't want to waste another 2 turns. So what the other business does that's trying to essentially buy out this smaller company from being successful, because like I said, they don't want other people to be successful. They just want to be the ones that are successful in perpetuity. Oh, that one's good. Oh, there's a there. That's it. Damn. And so they make a bigger, better company in quotes, and then they're going to jump on him and then use another fire flower. This is a lot of people. Not a mushroom. Fire flower. So, sorry if I keep getting sidetracked. They make a bigger, better company because the company didn't want to be bought out in the first place. So then they tried to decrease the value of the company they're trying to buy out. So then later on, you notice the company isn't making as much profit anymore. And then they slowly become enticed to take that deal to get bought out. And then after it's bought out, company gets what they usually do. They try to take out all the good qualities of it so that they can reduce the cost and make more profit. That's all it usually is just them looking for profits, because what shareholders want is increasing profits, which is unattainable in reality. You can get it for the short term, but for the long term, it's just unreasonable. And this desire for money, their greed is just sorry for such a heavy topic on TTYD 64. People aren't interested. I really understand why somebody might have clicked off this video. Completely understandable. Pretty heavy topic. Not even the original Paper Mario. It's the modded version of Paper Mario. So it's like a really niche audience I'm playing to here. I guess I gotta do this again. I gotta talk to those other ones. This one. Okay, then the red one, I'm guessing. Oh, it's just for a badge. Okay. Last Stampede. Don't really want too much. But whatever. Oh, wait, what is this? Oh, I thought there... Oh, there was a honey syrup. Okay. I think that's there normally in the game. All staring at me. Do they do anything? I know this one gives you, like, HP. Do they do anything? I don't get it. What am I supposed to be doing here? What? 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 Hey, this is the pipe from TTYD, isn't it? Looks a bit weird here. Oh, what the hell? Yo, that's cool. What? This is the Pedal Matters from, Are the Goombas different too? Oh, I think they're the same. That's cool. How big is this area, though? Oh, I need Cooper. Aw, dang it. Come back with him later. How far does this go? That's how far it goes. Can we get the horsey tails here? And you can do that in TTYD. 3 HP. Get rid of Peachy Peach. It's not that useful. I don't think there's really anything with this. Oh my god, these guys got badges for days, don't they? Got a close call for himself, and then his buddy's packing him up with another close call. I am not doing this fight. Alright. That just sounds like an annoying fight to do with 2 spiked Goombas. Oh, thank you. I don't think it's really necessary to do these fights. Cool little area there. I'll have to come back to get that star piece. Did I ever finish my Unity talk? I think I kind of got sidetracked with just how corporations are nowadays. Left, right, up. I know the FX badges aren't changed in terms of like the sound that they make. It would have been cool if they did, I don't know if elDexter added TTYD FX badges. It'd be cool later on. That would have been a cool item to put in that Pedal Metals area. Oh, you know what's another funny thing that Unity did? Is, so they got the ability to get rid of the Unity splash screen. Because a lot of people don't like having it there because a lot of Unity games, a lot of bad games are made with Unity. But that's only because how easy it is to make games in Unity. I don't want to say it's the fault of the engine. It's just a lot of bad actors, I guess. What the heck? Is this a thing in TTYD? I've never seen this one before. No, it's just 1 HP though. Yes, but they added it in the newer version. I think it's called 2023 LTS, which their LTSs is like the more... It's just like the standard that they use and what is recommended to use for most people. Because they do make updates in the year, but this is the most consistent one. But the issue is, the sneaky little caveat that they put in there was if you do upgrade to this new version that allows you to get rid of the splash screen, you're also liable for the new, essentially the same install things that they were trying to push for previously. Because they made it, they're not going to retroactively apply these on older versions of Unity, which they never should have done in the first place. That seems a bit ridiculous to do on for software. But what they did was, it'll only be on this 2023 one. But if people want to show that they're not using Unity anymore, which, to be fair, I don't really see the reason to hide that you're using Unity. It was the second one. I got that one. Oh, I got it right. Oh, Coops. The Coops or Cooper? I forget. Oh, no, it's Cooper. Yeah, Coops is TTYD. I wonder if they add TTYD skins for some of the characters. I don't know. Actually, that would be kind of difficult because a lot of them are not one-to-one. So like the only ways that you could get rid of it now is if you use the 2023 version of Unity, or you have to pay the they still got rid of Plus, which Plus was the only other way of getting rid of it on the cheap end of getting rid of the Unity splash screen. So now if you want to do it and not get the 2023 version, you have to get the Unity Plus version, which is a little bit more expensive. I think it's $2,000 a year if you just pay for the entire year in one go. It's like 120 or something a month. So they're really trying to get money out of people. They're willing to get rid of the Unity splash screen. For me, I'm not really going to care. For those who do care, you know. Oh, I should bring out Mario. Oh, 3 HP. I could have killed him with the power block, but oh well. Oh, I can kill 2 of them. And even if they heal HP this time, they'll still be dead. But yeah, pretty sneaky thing of Unity to do. It's like, hey, you want to show that you're not using Unity? Get on a new version and then be part of the issue that you wanted to prevent in the first place. It's very sneaky of them. Or you ship out the huge amount of money to get Unity Plus, which I really wish they didn't get rid of Unity, or not Unity Plus, but Unity Pro. I really wish they would have kept Unity Plus at least. Oh, also, I remember I wanted to talk about this too. I got sidetracked with the whole Unity fiasco in general, was that I think what Unity should do, and I know a lot of people might not like this idea, but like, have Unity have a free trial for a year, and then after the year's over, you can pay $100 a year to be able to use Unity on the personal level still. That way, a year is a long time to work on a game, even if it's a small project. Well, if you're working on a small project, it might go pretty fast, and you know the year's almost up, and maybe you made a game with Unity using a Unity trial version. But also, games do take a long time, so maybe it might just be enough. And hey, you're still working on it, and now you need to pay, that kind of thing. And that might seem a little sketchy, but I think if you're really at that point where you've been using it for a whole year, I feel like the $100 is a fine thing to pay. I mean, there's tons of software out there, like FL Studio. I would pay for it, but I'm just garbage at making music, so I wouldn't buy it. So whenever I make music for my games, I'm going to hire somebody because they're much more qualified in doing it. Also, new items that I forgot to look at. Gradual syrup. I gotta try that one out. Mr. Softener, that's pretty good. Especially early game too. With the Koopas. Those Koopas! I'll probably never mind. I was just gonna say use that sound clip from Chris Pratt, was it? Who said Koopas? Koopas! Are the sprites for the characters on the top left different? It looks different to me. Well, normally those icons aren't even there, so that's why they look different. So, let me sell some stuff first. It's alright if I like say some stuff and then I just kind of lose track of what I'm saying and I never get back to it. I do notice that does happen to me. I'll definitely be noticing it when I'm editing these videos. I have a really bad memory, and constantly separating my attention from this game and talking about stuff, not the best. I'm not good at multitasking. Oh, you can get up on here? Get up on here? Oh, that's why you can get up on there. There was this other idea about like having to pay for YouTube. Now, I know a lot of people would not like that. Because why would you want to pay for something that's already free? Well, the only one reason I would say is to prevent YouTube from doing a lot of crazy things. As I said previously, big companies and corporations like to do so that they can save money. One of those is YouTube being so heavily reliant on ads. Maybe if they had another source of income, they wouldn't be so money hungry and money grubbing that they would go for annoying tactics that essentially lower the quality of YouTube. Which I think overall YouTube is a little bit better in terms of video size and scale of the stuff that they're able to put onto YouTube. But I also think that in terms of just things that they let people do on the platform, it's not the greatest. I think the community stuff isn't the greatest. And so you would need to pay for like YouTube for like $10 a month, just the basic YouTube premium stuff. I have YouTube Premium. I use it because all my entertainment is on YouTube. So if I can watch that without ads, that's awesome for me. You may say, Why do you need ads? They have ad blockers. You can watch it on your phone, and they have these various apps where you can bypass YouTube's advertising stuff. Yeah, but I also use it on my Steam Deck. Sometimes on my Switch if my Steam Deck is dead or something. I don't use it on my Switch anymore, but I used to for a bit. If people watch it on their smart TVs too, if you have YouTube Premium, you don't have to worry about ads running on your TV. That's really cool. That's why I have YouTube Premium. A lot of my entertainment is on YouTube, and I don't mind paying. Some of that money goes to the people I watch, which is a really nice change. Going back to it, if you pay a fee like that for YouTube, this only applies to people who want to make content on YouTube. So this helps bypass the huge fee or cost that YouTube has to undertake for all the videos that people upload to YouTube every day. And so this would limit people from uploading stuff to YouTube. So that way it reduces the cost of having to host all those videos. One, we limit the amount of videos that gets uploaded to YouTube. We do two things for YouTube. They make more money than usual, and also they reduce the cost of video hosting. Two, it also prevents a lot of crap that's on YouTube. Like, trust me, there is a lot of crap that gets uploaded to YouTube every day. It's ridiculous how much stuff gets uploaded to YouTube for free. Isn't that crazy that we're allowed to upload all this stuff? Right now, this stupid video gets uploaded to YouTube for free. Now, it might not be in the future if you're watching this way in the future where YouTube does this kind of thing, which the reason I'm hesitant on talking about it is because I know this system can get abused heavily. Also, I realize I'm hammering a Koopa. Should have been jumping on the Koopa. I realize this system can get abused pretty heavily and ruined. Like how on Twitter, which I don't use, by the way, I only hear this from other people, and now you have to pay for Twitter? Or pay for it in some degree? I really don't understand it. Twitter has never interested me, ever. It's just, I don't know, just people talking about stuff freely. But like, in a really dumb way, but sometimes they also aren't allowed to talk freely. It's, I'm not gonna go into that. It's all like First Amendment kind of thing, or freedom of speech kind of thing. First Amendment only applies if it's in America. But once again, I do realize how this thing can be turned bad. But I can see a lot of good that it could do. It would just make YouTube for the better if done properly. Now, seeing YouTube's track record of implementing things, and I'm not too positive on that actually happening, but I would like it to happen. I know there are a lot of people who just upload trash every day just so that they do the whole quantity over quality thing. I'm not the huge, I don't like that way of thinking. Although, I don't know, my videos are kind of crap, right? I finally got that stylish. My videos, I kind of think are crap, but they're good enough for me at the time being. Like, I'm not really expecting to be super amazing making videos. I think like just the low level amount of video, or the lowish quality of videos that I make are, I don't know, sufficient, but I don't know, beauty's in the eye of the beholder kind of thing. It's like, if you think it's good, it's good. But if you don't think it's good, I think my videos are eh. I'm not opposed to the idea of having to pay for YouTube so that I can upload videos to, because I think it's a super amazing thing that we can just upload videos to YouTube for free. It's crazy. Probably gonna use that POW block, because otherwise Cooper would have been, or yeah, Cooper would have been on the ground. Also, Mario's mouth is yellow. I guess it just changes all of the red. So I guess Mario's red mouth shares the same color as the rest of his body. That's interesting. What was I talking about again? Sorry again that this keeps happening. This is why I would kind of like to do these as streams, but also there's a lot that can go wrong with streams that I just rather not have to do streams. Like, they're also very laid back, but at the same time, OBS constantly, well, I don't want to say constantly, but it's happened on my last stream with the multi-medium stream, if you watch it. OBS cut out twice. I don't know why. I had a good internet connection, but OBS just disconnects for some reason. I think this is a newer thing that happens with OBS. I don't know why. It just disconnects for me. Internet connection is good. I don't know why it disconnects. It just does. I'm trying to think about what I was talking about before. I wish I could like go back and see what I was talking about. Let me go back here. Maybe it'll jog my memory. Oh, the YouTube payment plan, or the suggested YouTube payment plan that I'm coming up with to make the system better. So any of the other ideas, I think there would be tiered levels to the payment plan for how much content and how much content you're uploading to YouTube and what kind of content you're uploading to YouTube. If you want to upload 4K videos or 8K videos, you're gonna have to pay a little bit more, because that's gonna be a little bit more resource intensive on YouTube's backend. If you're just uploading like 1080p videos, maybe that's just the default. You can upload one 1080p video a day. And that seems like a pretty lenient stance, like an hour of 1080p videos. And once you use up that, YouTube may be subject to charge you. Or, you know, hey, you're going a little bit over the standard price. You're going to have to, you'll be overcharged, or you would need to go to the next tier so that you won't have to worry about going over again. But this is something that'd be a lot more technical and something I would need to propose a little bit. But I mean, why do I need to propose this? This would just be a hypothetical for YouTube. It would need to be more well structured for things to come out. I don't know what I'm trying to say. If they did have this proposed plan where they had tiers of cost, YouTube themselves would need to lay out what is what for each of the tiers, so that people are aware of, hey, if I upload a little bit more than I'm supposed to, I'm going to get overcharged. Or I could just swap to the next tier above, and, you know, I should be fine. The important part is that the YouTubers who are already in the program don't get sidelined by the, I know, play the game, but I think we're going to jump on the Koopas. Should have brought more fire flowers. You can take a lot of damage here. Oh, don't attack Mario. Oh no, am I dead? Should have brought more fire flowers. I'm dead. First death of the game. Damn. But yeah, just so that people aren't caught off guard by these changes and or being overcharged prices that they're off. I think I'm actually going to call it there. So next time we'll try to catch up to where we were last time. I know there's a lot of interesting discussions in this, or I don't know if it was more discussions or more ramblings of somebody who's stupid and crazy. I don't know. Hopefully you guys enjoyed these few videos. See you guys next time when I record some more Paper Mario TTYD 64. See ya.